the Tenants Queensland CEO, Penny Carr. Penny, first of all, your point of view on the once-a-year rental increases, is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, we welcome the fact that we're going to reduce the frequency of rent increases, although we don't think it goes far enough because it's not going to necessarily stop the price gouging behaviour that's been happening in parts of the market. We've been seeing huge rent increases. On average, the callers to our service in the last 2.5 months, their increases were approximately 23% of the current rent. On average, $100 a week, but some much larger than that.
So, I mean, yeah. So do you think or suspect that this will just lead to supersized rental increases once a year?
I think while there's an opportunity for those rent increases to be large, that's what it will probably lead to. And the fact is that it's an opportunity now because the rents are really driven a lot by the supply and demand in the market. And as we know, across the country and in Queensland, we've got a very low supply compared to demand.
So supply's just got to be upped further?
Well, I guess there's not one solution to the housing crisis in our state or across the country, but in Queensland, that is definitely something that we need to focus on. We need to have a look at what's happening to stock in the market that's underutilised or utilised in a different way. But my main priority is how people who are living in the private rental market or in the rental market generally are treated. And I think we can do a lot better with our laws in Queensland. And I'd like to see that we do limit rent increases to the amount of the CPI on an annual basis. So one increase a year, limited to the CPI. And that would be fair for both parties, I believe.
And do you think that this will just lead to a lack of investment, though?
I think it maintains returns to landlords. It's hard to see that there would be a great impact on them. What it does is smooths out rent increases over time. We see this the way land tax is calculated, often increased to unimproved land values, smoothed out over 3 years. This is a similar concept that you allow increases annually, but you keep those increases capped to what is the price index is going up.
All right. And just on this story today, we're looking at a population increase of about 650,000 migrants this year and next year. It's the biggest surge in our history. I suppose the expectation now is, particularly from experts on this show this morning, is that this will just drive up prices and it'll drive up rents as well. Do you feel that that'll be the case?
I think there are rents that are maxed out at the moment. I thought rents couldn't go up much more after we came out of COVID the year after that, but they do continue to go up. I think rents go up with the opportunity in a tight market, so it is possible we'll see continuing rents. I would also like to say there are pockets of people who haven't had those massive rents. So capping rent increases at CPI doesn't affect those people. It just protects the people who are getting these massive rent increases that are unaffordable to them.